Good morning. Black Crow walking here, reading A Course of Love by Mari Perrin. We're up to the first chapter and we're up to verse 11 today. Yesterday we looked at resigning as our own teacher and accepting love as our teacher. So let's see where it goes from there. A teacher always has a role in the learning of the student. This does not diminish the student's achievement. You must realize it is your desire to make of yourself your own creator that has caused all the problems. So look back on your life and see what you've been creating. This is the authority problem. It is pervasive in the life of your physical form and in the life of your mind. It is only your heart that does not consider this an issue of concern. This is another reason we appeal to the heart. I think today we'll just take one chapter at a time. So when we first started reading this book, it encouraged us to get out of our mind and into our heart. A Course in Miracles was written for the mind. A Course of Love is written for the heart. We looked at the fact that love is everything, and anything that is not love is nothing. We have looked at how the egoic mind wants to keep us out of miracle-mindedness. I love that word. The egoic mind wants to keep us out of miracle-mindedness. And it does that by wanting us to be in authority over ourselves. I remember I used to go into classrooms when I did a course, and I'd check out the teacher. And if the teacher wasn't in my mind's awareness, if the teacher wasn't a suitable teacher, I wouldn't enjoy the course. I wouldn't get anything out of it. And I would sit there in judgment. And that's what the mind created. That was my world that I created. So that was coming from a superior attitude. And my heart would never do that. My heart isn't concerned with matters of that. So who is it that's creating the problem? Who is it that's caused all the problems in my life? It's the mind. So I'm gonna stop allowing the mind to be the creator in my life, and I'm going to tap in and tune in to my beautiful heart. It's only your heart that does not consider this an issue of concern. And what is this? Everything. Nothing matters. Nothing is of concern. When you come from your heart, you come from a place of observation. And from that observation, you become curious and fascinated with life. And that's why we appeal to the heart. All right. Verse 12. The heart cares not where love comes from, only that it comes. This is useful to us in several ways. By this I do not mean that there are not particular objects of your affection. This is not the love of which we speak. The heart yearns for what it is like itself. Thus love yearns for love. To think of achieving love on one's own is ludicrous. This is why love is your greatest teacher. To learn for what is like yourself, to yearn for what is like yourself, is to yearn for your Creator. And when perception is healed, to create like your Creator. This yearning exists naturally within you and cannot be diminished or satiated. What a powerful paragraph that is. Let's look at it carefully. The heart cares not for the heart cares not where love comes from, only that it comes. I don't know about you, but I have spent a lifetime running around looking for love in lots of places and lots of people and lots of creative art expressions. So it doesn't matter where it comes from, only that it comes. This is useful in several ways. By this I do not mean that there are not particular objects of your affection, and that's the mind. That's me looking for a relationship, for the next hug, for the next kiss, for the next being held. This is not the love of which we speak. The heart yearns for what it is like itself. Thus love yearns for love. To think of achieving love on one's own is ludicrous. This is why love is your greatest teacher. To yearn for what is like yourself is to yearn for your Creator. And when perception is healed, when the mind is healed, when the mind stops perceiving and starts being love, to create like the Creator. There are three things that the mind does. The mind judges, the mind has an opinion, and the mind perceives. And when it's perceiving, it's putting everything in a box, labeling it lovable or not lovable. Conditional love. The mind cannot bring you love. Your body cannot bring you love. It might bring you attraction and lust, but it cannot bring you love. So let's look at attracting the love that is in our heart. And when we yearn for what is like ourselves, is to yearn for your Creator, is to yearn for divine love. I join my heart with the heart of God, or with the heart of the divine. And when perception is healed, we stop this mind perception. We create like love. We create your Creator. To create like your Creator. We create love like our Creator. From the heart of love to the heart of love in others, to the heart of love in the earth, our mother. How beautiful she is. This yearning exists naturally within you and cannot be diminished or satiated. And I think in the last 2 to 3 years, I have really understood diminishment. I have really understood how much our society, our training as human beings, our language has brought us to the point of superiority in all ways. And that's what our judgments are based on. I don't want to be there anymore. I do not want a mind that diminishes others. I do not want a mind that is diminished by others, and I won't allow anybody else to diminish me. So why would I attract that? I would only attract that if I was diminishing others. So I'm very careful now about my use of words and my approach to people. Because if I diminish others, I am diminishing myself. What we put out there is what we get back. What we focus on, we get more of. So I'm going to create with the heart of the Creator. Those who are seen as loveless and alone in the world are those you find to be the objects of your pity. Yet you do not realize that this is the state your ego has you endlessly striving to achieve. Your ego would have you believe that only when you need no one to achieve all your desires, only when you are satisfied with what you are and with what you can do on your own, only then will your autonomy and your learning be complete. For this is all your learning has been for. The goal of this world is for you to stand on your own, complete within yourself. And this goal will never be reached, and only when you give up trying to reach it can you begin to learn anything of value. You are complete only within God, only within love, where you endlessly abide. Striving to be that which you can never be is the hell you have created. What a powerful passage. Let's look at it. Those who are seen as loveless and alone in the world are those you find to be the objects of your pity. Something that irks me, that I have a reaction to, is when somebody pities someone else, when somebody says the words, "You poor thing." Oh, you poor thing. I think that's the height of diminishment. And the object of that pity then is robbed of their power to be anything more than the poor thing or the sorry thing. Yet you do not realize that this is a state your ego has you endlessly striving to achieve. Your ego would have you believe that only when you need no one to achieve all your desires, only when you are satisfied with what you are and with what you can do on your own, only then will your autonomy and your learning be complete. For this is all your learning has been for. So we're looking at learning as a mind activity, an egoic activity, which we have been taught by dysfunctional society, dysfunctional families, dysfunctional schools, right from the very day we were born, and possibly even before then in our DNA. Your ego would have you believe that only when you need no one it's saying that we have been striving to do everything on our own. That we are kind of conquering life, really, when we can do it all on our own and be satisfied with what we've achieved. It's kind of like that that endless drive to get a house, get a car, get a business, be um, recognized in the world as someone, you know. That's what that's talking about. The egoic mind wants that. The egoic mind thinks it'll be totally satisfied when it has everything, when it's reached its goals. The goal of this world is for you to stand on your own and complete within yourself. And that's what I'm talking about. This goal will never be reached because once you've got everything, there's more. Oh, but wait, there's more. Oh, but wait, there's this course and there's that car and there's this house and there's that suburb and, you know, there's this job and that acknowledgement. You know, it's a constantly driven hell that you live in when you've learnt from that perspective, from the mind driving you deeply into your ego. This goal will never be reached, and only when you give up trying to reach it can you begin to learn anything of value. You are complete only within God. You are complete. You are complete only within love. When you truly love, my dearest beloveds, when you truly love, you are complete. This is where you endlessly abide because it's blissful. When you create from love, you are in heaven. You've created heaven. But striving to be that which you can never be is the hell you have created. So what are you creating today? What shall we create together? I truly understand that the heart craves for connection. My heart craves for connection with your heart. My heart craves to create with you. My heart dances at the very thought of dancing with you. My heart creates heaven where you and I are dancing together. And that is love. Yes, I can dance on my own and enjoy it. But when I connect with you heart to heart and eyes to eyes, my heart rejoices. And when I connect with the divine in this way, with the invitation to create from divinity, from the love of divinity and the love of connection with you, my heart is complete. I don't need to look anywhere else for my happiness, my peace, my freedom. It's all here. It's always been here. It's my natural state. And it's your natural state. So if you're going out there today to acquire, and to be, by doing, I hope somewhere in your life today you find connection with the heart of another. Blessed be, until we meet again. Bye for now.